Good morning, everybody. It is about 6 a.m., February 17th. It's my first full day in Vegas. I doubt I'm going to keep this video up. I'll put up some kind of time lapse. But I just wanted to do a brief intro. This is unlike any video I'm ever going to drop again. It's a video that I've considered for years about even sharing at all, and for some reason the last several months I've been compelled to share it. For those of you who are new to the channel, it might not make any sense, but suffice it to say, I have been on a journey of sorts for the last several years, and none of that would have happened if something over a decade ago hadn't happened to me. So last October 2025, when I had all my college buddies here, I recorded that video, and I'm going to share it. I'm going to tell you right now, it's difficult to watch. It was difficult to film, but I wanted to share it because I know that I'm not alone. Hopefully I'll have this video up by the end of today, and we can do a gambling live stream, but this is the story of the night that a random stranger saved my life. Here it is. All right, here we go. I tried filming this once last night, and it didn't work out. And I talked for like 20 minutes. I don't want to do this time because I have a $25 burger from Bellagio. It is Sunday, October 5th, just after 6 o'clock at night. I don't know when this video is going to go live. I wanted to share something that I'm going to do this all in one take, even though it's the second take, and it's going to be less than 10 minutes, and I would appreciate you watching it. Because it's going to be the hardest thing. It's going to be the hardest thing that I've ever shared. Vegas was a blast. Had 2 amazing, successful live streams. I'm still in shock. I'm still absolutely in shock. In fact, I'm going to get comfy because that's what winners do. Ugh. Oh, that's better. I feel like I'm too far away. Yeah, whatever. I wanted to share first off, the next time you see me, for those of you who have watched this channel for a while, the next time you see me, I will officially be debt-free. So that's amazing news. It was a roller coaster of emotion here in Vegas this trip. We are going to be leaving up, and then I'm going straight to a casino that I've never been to in Potawatomi, Wisconsin. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So the whole purpose of this is I wanted to share something deeply personal. Okay, I can't sit like this. I wanted to share something deeply personal because I think it's important. It's important when it comes to gambling, and it's important when it comes to mental health. And for those of you new to the channel, if you just happen to find this video, again, it'll be less than 10 minutes, I promise. Over 10 years ago, I was diagnosed with a rare neurological issue. 2 brain surgeries later, and a ton of money, possibly a 3rd surgery for those of you who were in the live stream. I either have the option to help with awful complications, go in for a 3rd time, or switch my anti-epileptic medication, which would require me forfeiting my driver's license for a period of 3 to 6 months. So that is the one thing waiting for me when I get home. And by the time this goes live, I doubt I'll have an idea of what I'm going to do. But anywho, I started journaling with the finances and whatnot, all because of a Vegas trip. And that Vegas trip I'm going to share with you right now. It was over 10 years ago. It was right after the original diagnosis. I came out here and I had like 7 or 8 credit cards at the time, and I treated them like they were all debit cards. And I lost a boatload of money. I mean, thousands. For people who watch big gambling channels, it was probably nothing to them. It was probably one video, but it was everything to me. I made every wrong choice. And I was so stressed, I was so depressed, I was so distraught that I was staying at the MGM Grand, and there was a fountain they used to have in the hotel lobby. It's been my cell phone background for 10 years. I have pictures of it. I'll put them up on the screen when I get to the editing. And I walked up to that fountain and I just stood there, hoping the sound of the water would like calm me down or bring me back to reality. Because it was legitimately the lowest point of my life. And I was contemplating taking my life. Because it wasn't the money, although that sucked. I just didn't want to deal with this. So I stood there for, it felt like hours, but I honestly, I have no memory of it. And eventually a security guard came up to me. And this was a guy who, for those of you who've met me, I'm 6.5 feet tall, so 6'5", and 200 pounds. And so I'm a big guy. This guy dwarfed me. And he looked like Michael Clark Duncan from the Green Mile. Just a beast of a man. And he came up and asked if everything was okay. And I'm not going to pretend to recall exactly what was said, because it was a long time ago. But I told him, and I don't even remember what he said exactly word for word. But that night, that man saved my life. Shit. It was at that moment, standing in front of that fountain, that I decided that I was going to listen to my doctors, I was going to stop fighting them, and I was going to do what they said. And I was going to find a way to deal with the problems that I created from gambling that trip. And I knew I was going to be stuck with a ton of medical debt. There's maybe 4 people on the planet who know this story. And I thought about including it in my final celebration financial video, but it's really difficult to talk about, and I didn't want to drag that down. I have 2.5 minutes left. Why am I sharing this? Why am I sharing it now? I'm sharing it now because as somebody, this isn't a channel. I do this for fun. I do this for me. I don't do this for you. I don't do this to make money. I do it because it brings me joy, and I like socializing with people. I do it because it's important to know that you don't always win, and it's important to know that it is ridiculously important to stay within your means. Every single time this trip every single time since that trip, excuse me, I have gone to that fountain, and like 2 trips ago, it was drained. I think I have a picture of it. And the last trip when I was here a couple months ago, it was gone. It's just a pillar. And I don't know if I'll be able to get any footage of it, but it's gone. And it seemed apropos to me. I didn't realize it at the time. I was heartbroken. Because every single trip since that one over 10 years ago, I would go to that spot and I would think about that conversation and the man who saved my life. And I would remind myself how far I've come since that point and how much more I still have to do. So I said I would keep this to 10 minutes. I'm going to attempt to do that, even though I know I'm going to fail. Spoiler alert. Wherever you are, whatever you're dealing with, I'm here to tell you, don't take the coward's way out. If I can do it, I'm nobody. I'm nobody special. And to be honest, the more I think about it, I'm not even sure he existed, because I've never seen... All I remember, other than him being a tank, deep voice, big guy, he had a short name, like 3-4 letters, and he had a letter in there that was not commonly used, like an X or a Q or something like that. So in my mind, his name was always Lex, but it's 99% wrong. And I've looked for him every trip. And the reason I say I'm not even sure he exists is because the first seizure I ever had in 1996, I was in 6th grade, and I was the crossing guard for my class, and I went down on the corner of a very busy street, and I remember looking up and seeing a woman who looked like she was a nurse in a nurse's outfit with gray hair, holding my head, saying, "Everything is going to be all right." And when I woke up fully at the ER, my parents hadn't even gotten there yet, because that was before cell phones. And I asked my teacher, and I said, "Who was the woman who was there until you guys got back to me?" And he said, "There wasn't anybody." And I asked my classmates when I got back, I said, "Who was the woman with the silver hair?" And none of them saw anybody. And I know you might think I'm crazy, missing some brain, but I still remember it, and it was almost 30 years ago. So, I share that story because if it makes a difference, if it makes a difference to just one person, then anything that I've ever said or done is worth it. And anything that any of you have watched or enjoyed or has brought you more than just frustration, you should know that, yes, my amazing friends who all are on planes right now back to their respective states, the amazing doctors at the U of M and Mayo, my job, my coworkers, my family, all of you, none of that would have mattered if it hadn't been for the man that night. So, about 13 minutes, I did okay. I share that because I know I'm not alone. And I share that, and I end this video by saying simply, I appreciate all of you more than you know. Are you sure you don't want to say anything in the video? I won't be crying this time.
No, you do you.
Do me? Well, that's all she wrote, kids.
live our tradition of coming to the old Venetian if you're ever macaroons because they're delicious. We're not going to be able to go to that Mexican place this time, are we? We have too many other...
We can, but I don't think we need.
Yeah, I don't think we need to either. Oh, and my phone's... This is a mess. To any of you who made it this far, I appreciate the heck out of you. I really do. I'm not going to cry this time. I'm going to end this, and I know it's going to sound cheesy, but there's a song that I listen to on my way to work every day. That is the only way that I'm able to still go to that job. So we'll end with that, and there'll probably be a live stream later tonight. You still want to do a group poll?
No. I was kidding. Because you want to know what he said? No gambling this trip. Look how easily convinced he is. But you can't hear me.
Why do you keep spilling on yourself? You guys, all the old men keep checking her out. She got nothing. Anything you want to say?
It's funky. But it's not that.
We'll see you guys soon.